Morning, or whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. Working on the BMW. Been doing loads of little bits on it. Brake on. So that's a front disc. That was not cheap. What else did I do? Oh yes, I've also finished the clocks. So last time the clocks had tape on them, but now they've got, you'll see in the video, but yeah, whatever, they've got these rubber rings that go over the top which hold the glass in place a bit better, and they look really good as well. They're 18 quid each, I think. They were like 18 quid each or something. They're not cheap. They're just like rubber rings. But most of them, they perish, I guess, over time, and so they just get taken off and lost or whatever. But they're not cheap. They're like a really expensive. The little rubber bits are really expensive on these sort of bikes. That's where the biggest costs have been, like, for the price of what you get. And the last thing I bought, so front disc, I sold a lot of stuff on eBay, which was really good. I was able to afford these luggage racks. These are cheap ones. I was warned that the quality is not very good and they'll probably rust after like a year. But then I'll probably take them off or repaint them or just sand them down. I don't know what I'll do, but yeah, I can easily just take them off and repaint them or just hammerite them, to be honest. If they're just going to start to rust, I'll just hammerite them black. I wanted some black ones for the bike, but I could only find chrome. So yeah, that's basically what I've done here. And then what I'm on to today. So, I've got the pannier racks. Now these are old boxes that I used to use on one of my other Honda Cubs. These are some pannier racks that I made for the Honda Cub. And I used them 2 or 3 times, so I didn't really use them a lot. And then I did use them a lot because I repurposed one for like just a toolbox on the back of my CRF. So, but these have been in my shed for ages, so all I've done is just remeasuring this, resetting it out. So I've got this bolt kit that I've had from G&G, which is a German company, but I've had these for, I don't know, 10 years or something. And I've used them a couple of times. No, 7 years I've had them. I've used these a few times on different bikes, and I've just repurposed them every time. So yeah, that's good. I can just repurpose them again. I held all the bits, so I can just move them around a bit. What I'll do is I'll measure it all up, then I'll seal up all these holes that I don't need. From the previous times it was mounted, and then just redo it. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, well that's one on. That's one on. I'll take all this off again, clean it up, take all the last bits of foam and stuff out. And yes, it just about clears the exhaust, so maybe I'll take it for a test spin to see if that gets hot under here. Can't get my finger in between, but there's definitely an air gap. So this might get a bit melty. Don't know, we'll see what happens. Take it out for like a few hours to work out what's going to happen, but that's one there. Really solid. They're just a little bit too loose. They're okay, and then there's a slight bit of play, so what I'm going to do is put an extra bolt through here, into this hole here. That should, then just clamp it down so they'll be fixed to the bike basically. There'll be no quick release, but I think they'll stay on good. Right, so anyway, they're mounted. Yeah, these are kits that you can get. I've used them 3 times now. I've used the same kit 3 times, as in the same exact nuts and bolts and everything. So originally I had them mounted on ammo crate panniers on this BMW here before I changed to this system, which is a different system, so that's whatever. That's a more expensive system, but it was good for the big Peli cases I've got. And then I used these on that, and then I used them on the Cub, and now I used them on here. So I took them all off from there, redid it, re-drilled it. These nice Peli boxes, so I already had them, just reusing what I had. Cheapest option. And to be honest, they look pretty good. So yeah, I'll try to remember to put a link below if I can find out where I bought these from, or something similar, because it was many years ago. I think 2017 I bought this kit in. This is the 3rd time me using it on 3 different bikes, so it's paid for itself. Okay, it's a little bit trickier to put the second seat on, but it does work. The 2-seater seat does work. Right, just need to paint this a different colour because this doesn't suit with the blue.
Anyway, so I fitted them to the bike. I took the bike for a test ride. They look good. They fit the bike well, within the width of the bike, and they didn't melt, and they didn't fall off. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.